afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4.
The snow continues to fall today.
It's like a snow globe out there. It's beautiful.
It's actually very pretty, yeah.
And the roads are relatively dry, so...
And it's going to get colder from here. Yeah, winter has arrived.
Yeah, in spades, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But first, Darrell Brooks will be sentenced this afternoon. His statement took over 2 hours today as he pleaded with the judge to be allowed to be paroled.
It was the drunk driving crash that broke the hearts of communities and killed 3 high school students. We'll have the details as Eric Mehring is sentenced today.
And more details from Virginia today about the shooter that killed 3 University of Virginia football players, including a former Badger. Let's take a look outside there. Look at this.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Yeah, it is. It does look like a moving postcard.
Colder and getting colder. Gary Canulti is in the backyard.
It's Greg today.
Oh, it's Greg.
Yeah.
Where I missed it. I missed the rehearsal again. Greg Barnard's in the backyard. Greg.
Snow going on, a little flurries, showers activity, but it's going to be pretty cold tonight as we see conditions right now. 32 degrees. The freezing of the roads are what could be the issue as we go through this evening hour up to the upper 20s. But overall, a few showers here and there. Most of it is really here and there, so it's overall. But you see the temperatures are going to drop below freezing, so anything road surface-wise may refreeze. So there could be some slick spots here and there this evening and overnight. But for the most activity, there's your snow depth right now, 1 to 3 inches generally for most areas. There are a few areas that are 4 to 5, but healthy snowpack all the way up to the north, which is going to help. As you zoom into satellite, you can see we have some colder air coming down, Arctic air that's actually could set some records. You can see the flow coming from the north. I'll break down how cold it's going to get and what Thanksgiving actually may look like a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. First at 4, the sentencing hearing for Darrell Brooks entered its second day today after an emotional day of victim statements yesterday.
Brooks got a chance to speak for himself, describing his remorse.
I want each and every victim in this incident, family members, those who lost loved ones, those who are still healing. I want you to know that no matter how you felt during this year, no matter how you felt yesterday, I want everyone to know, also the community of Waukesha, I want you to know that not only am I sorry for what happened, I'm sorry that you could not see what's truly in my heart, that you cannot see the remorse that I have, that you cannot listen to all the phone calls that I've made to my family, that you cannot hear all the prayers that I've said in my cell, that you cannot count all the tears that I've dropped in this year.
As we said, Brooks spoke for over 2 hours before Judge Jennifer Doro threw him out of the courtroom for being belligerent. Brooks and his family made a plea for empathy, talking about his battles with mental illness.
Darrell's behavior, including his voice, should get the attention of the powers that be, both near and far. Darrell has suffered from bipolar since the age of 12. And it was that disorder that caused him to drive through that crowd. It is my prayer that he will be treated for this illness and managed in a facility that addresses mental health concerns. We must start with a younger generation.
Brooks will receive a mandatory life sentence after being convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, but we'll find out today whether he'll ever have the possibility of parole. It was the drunk driving crash that broke the hearts of communities and killed 3 high school students.
Today, a judge will sentence Eric Mehring for causing the crash that killed Simon Bellesi, Jack Miller, and Evan Cradwell last fall.
Brady Mallory joins us now with the terms of Mehring's sentencing and what the teen's family members said in court. Brady.
Well, the court proceedings are still going on right now, but Mehring is hearing firsthand accounts of the devastation he caused. Court records show Mehring was driving 75 miles per hour when he crashed into the teen's vehicle on a stretch of West Mineral Point Road. The speed in that area drops from 55 to 45 miles per hour. Mehring was driving with 3 times the legal limit of alcohol in his system at the time of the crash. Well, today, a family member of Simon Bellesi gave an emotional statement before Mehring's sentencing, saying she didn't even have a chance to say goodbye to Simon.
But my Simon was dead in an impact. No time. I couldn't even touch him.
Well, Bellesi went to Madison West High School, while Cradwell and Miller went to Middleton High School. Mehring told law enforcement at the time he was on the way home from a bar the night of the crash. And you can watch the live stream of Mehring's sentencing going on right now on our website, channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. Republicans are debating their path forward in the wake of disappointing midterm elections.
That includes who will lead them in Congress and the party's eventual presidential nominee in 2024.
Natalie Brand has more from Capitol Hill.
Look, I'm not going anywhere.
Amid GOP infighting, Senator Mitch McConnell will continue as minority leader after beating back a challenge from Florida's Rick Scott.
We had a good opportunity to discuss the various differences. People had a chance to listen to both candidates, and I'm pretty proud of 37-10.
Some Republicans expressed they're unhappy with current leadership, and that's the case on the House side, too, where Kevin McCarthy is trying to shore up GOP support in his bid for Speaker.
Look, we have our work cut out for us. We've got to have a small majority. We've got to listen to everybody in our conference.
To believe that Kevin McCarthy is going to be Speaker, you have to believe he's going to get votes in the next 6 weeks that he couldn't get in the last 6 years.
Former President Donald Trump also stirred up party divisions by announcing a third run for the White House.
Our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble. This is not a task for a politician or a conventional candidate.
Potential 2024 rival Governor Ron DeSantis just won re-election in Florida by a 20-point margin.
We just finished this election, okay? People just need to chill out a little bit on some of this stuff. I mean, seriously.
Ahead of the new session of Congress, lawmakers are rushing to pass some key bills before the end of the year.
The Senate is holding a vote Wednesday afternoon on whether to move forward with legislation that would ensure marriage equality is federal law. A bill proposed following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn decades-old precedent on abortion.
My daughter and her wife, my daughter-in-law, are expecting a baby next spring. I want them and everyone in a loving relationship to live without the fear that their rights could one day be stripped away.
The legislation still needs the support of at least 10 Republicans to advance. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the Mormon Church announced its support of the marriage equality bill after a bipartisan group of senators proposed amendments exempting nonprofit religious organizations from having to provide services to same-sex marriages.
Those changes also won the approval of Utah Senator Mitt Romney, who says he will now support the bill. Because of those changes, the bill would need to go back to the House for their vote before President Biden could sign it into law. Janelle Brandtjen, the chair of the Assembly Elections Committee and a vocal critic of the 2020 election, has been barred from meeting with her colleagues behind closed doors. That's according to a letter obtained by News 3 Now. According to the letter, her fellow Assembly Republicans took a vote to prevent the Menominee Falls Republican from joining the group in closed-door strategy meetings or caucuses, saying that her colleagues no longer trust her. This also comes after Brandtjen left early from last week's leadership elections, which saw Assembly Speaker Robin Vos elected to another term at the top post.
Well, it's not just kids ending up in the hospital with the respiratory illness RSV right now. Many older patients are getting quite ill as well.
Nationally, there are 10 times as many elderly patients sick with RSV right now than normal.
Andrew Banstra shares why a dangerous illness for the very young is a big threat to many others. Andrew?
That's exactly right. SSM Health didn't provide specific numbers, but one of their doctors told us today, yes, they are seeing that same surge in elderly patients with RSV here in Wisconsin. Typically, RSV appears in very young children, often before they even reach 1 year old. In fact, they're the most common ones to get tested for it. Dr. Kyle Martin with SSM Health says a lot of older adults are now also testing positive because we have a 4-part test that looks for COVID, RSV, and 2 kinds of flu all at once.
RSV really for most of the population and kind of in between those 2 age extremes will just kind of cause runny nose, congestion, really not a lot of symptoms. But when you get older and you have, like I say, the emphysema, the heart failure, or just generally debilitated from other chronic disease, diabetes, it really can hit you a lot harder and can be life-threatening.
Looking beyond Dane County, just today, Rock County Public Health said that they've seen a 35% increase in ER visits for respiratory illnesses, including RSV, in the past 4 weeks. Dr. Martin doesn't think that there would be any kind of mask mandate, but he does suggest wearing a mask and distancing when you're sick with any of these illnesses. And with Thanksgiving just over a week away, RSV cases could continue to skyrocket. Doctors say if you feel sick, play it safe.
Thank you, Andrew. Students at the University of Virginia returned to their normal class schedules today as one of their peers faced murder charges in court. A judge has ordered UVA shooting suspect Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. held without bond. The 22-year-old did not enter a plea during his first court appearance this morning on second-degree murder and weapons charges. The University of Virginia student and former UVA football player is accused of opening fire Sunday night as a bus pulled into a campus garage after a field trip to Washington, D.C. In court, prosecutors said witnesses reported Jones was not shooting randomly and one person was shot while sleeping. Police say Jones killed 3 football team members, Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry. Representatives for Perry's family are speaking out for the first time.
Sure, he was an athletic 3-sport athlete with a high motor and a fierce competitive nature, but he was also, to his core, kind.
2 other students were wounded, including running back Mike Hollins. Brenda Hollins said her son is using pen and paper to ask about his friends whom he doesn't know are dead. Today, the university canceled its last home game of the season, which was set to be played Saturday. A decision on the final game of the season on November 26th has not yet been made.
Tensions eased somewhat today after NATO and Poland dialed back early suspicions that Russia may have fired an airstrike into Poland near the border with Ukraine. Officials from NATO, Poland, and the U.S. say a deadly missile strike on Polish territory does not appear to be intentional. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said the U.S. has full confidence in the Polish government's investigation of yesterday's explosion that killed 2 people in a small border town.
Whatever the final conclusions may be, the world knows that Russia bears ultimate responsibility for this incident.
The incident initially raised concerns that Russia may have hit a NATO member. Ukrainian President Zelensky called it a Russian missile attack on collective security. President Biden discussed the incident during an emergency meeting of G7 and NATO leaders while they were in Indonesia. And later on Live at 4, UW-Madison political science professor Yoshiko Herrera will join us to talk about how close this could have brought everyone to World War III.
Well, several lanes of one of Madison's busiest intersections will have nightly lane closures starting today. The closures will primarily impact South Blair Street and East Wilson Street as crews work to complete pavement markings on the newly redesigned intersection. Closures will start at 9 p.m. tonight and run until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Nightly closures will happen for 3 consecutive nights. South Blair Street will be fully closed between Railroad Street and East Wilson Street. Well, still to come at 4, the greatest generation is being honored in a new way in New Orleans.
We'll visit the National World War II Museum with CBS's Wendy Gillette when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Hey, you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With a BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Whether you're looking for all the advanced features or something with a lower upfront cost, with Rheem heating equipment, you can stay comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today, serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Welcome back. Pumpkin spice Spam was surprisingly popular a few years ago.
So the canned meat brand has introduced another unique holiday flavor, Spam Figgy Pudding.
No.
What is figgy pudding, you ask? It is a traditional British Christmas dessert made with seasonal spices, beef fat, and dried fruit. So think of Spam with notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, orange, and fig. Still no. Still a hard no from Matt, from Mark. Spam Figgy Pudding is available for purchase now for a limited time. You can find it on Amazon or the Walmart or Spam websites.
Of course you can. The official White House Christmas tree was cut down in Pennsylvania today. The large concolor fir, a bluish-green fir, will grace the blue room of the White House. It comes from Evergreen Acres Christmas Tree Farm in Auburn. That's about 90 miles outside of Philadelphia. The family-run farm won the state's Christmas tree competition and then was named the grand champion at the National Christmas Tree Association's annual contest. That gave Evergreen the right to supply an official tree to the White House.
It is a lot of pressure, and we didn't want a whole lot of people here. We weren't sure how this was going to go. This was all engineered in our heads. We didn't even have a rehearsal run here. So this is the best we could do, and I think it came off pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the highest honor that can be achieved in the Christmas tree industry, to put a tree in the White House. It's the second time that Evergreen has supplied the White House with a tree. Evergreen presented a holiday tree to the Clinton White House in 2000.
A growing percentage of Indigenous and Black parents say their children have experienced racism. A new study is published in the Journal of Osteopathic Medicine. It looked at reports that parents made of their children's racist experiences over a 4-year period between 2016 to 2020. Researchers found reported incidents rose nearly 3%. 1%. One of the doctors involved in the study says this early exposure can have long-term consequences on health.
Well, inflation may be showing signs of peaking ahead of the holiday shopping season. A retail and e-commerce analysts say wholesale prices easing is a good sign. While prices are still high, wholesale prices saw its smallest increase since July of 2021. The news comes after Walmart and Home Depot posted better than expected quarterly earnings this week. As shoppers gear up for Black Friday, many retailers are already offering steep discounts to draw in customers.
Americans are spending more despite inflation and recession concerns. U.S. retail sales surged in October. The Census Bureau reported a 1.3% increase in spending. Economists only expected sales to rise by about 1%. Retail sales are up a little over 8% in the last 12 months.
Despite those numbers, stocks closed lower as Target announced it missed its earnings projection. The Dow Industrials lost 39 points, closing at 33,553. The Nasdaq down 174 points. The S&P 500 was off 32.
Well, just a few days after Veterans Day, there is a new immersive show at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans.
It brings home the story of the greatest generation in a way that's never been seen at a museum.
Yesterday, I talked to CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette about the show from New Orleans.
Susan, the National World War II Museum opened in New Orleans on D-Day in the year 2000. It's now a 6-acre campus. This new show brings a nighttime component to the museum and uses special effects to deliver attendees back to the 1940s.
A traditional New Orleans second-line band ushered World War II veterans down a red carpet last week for the world premiere of Expressions of America, an outdoor nighttime sound and light show projected onto the facades of buildings, featuring the real-life words of those who lived through the war.
In developing this show, we were challenged with finding a balance between entertainment, education, and history.
I'll be signing autographs next week.
20 World War II vets attended the premiere, including 97-year-old Paul Hilliard, who served in the Marines from 1943 until 1946.
Tells a great story about America in that era, in that troubled world.
The show features a soundtrack from the past, but is designed to engage a younger audience that's more focused on the future.
We have to be relevant. We have to use technology and all of the tools to appeal to a broad audience.
The high-tech show took 7 years to create. It will run 3 to 4 nights here at the museum. That includes weekend nights and some private showings on weekdays.
I'm happy now that I had the privilege of serving, and if I had to do it over again, I'd do the same thing probably, but do it sooner.
The show brings that experience alive, with fewer and fewer World War II veterans still with us to share stories of their service.
World War II veterans are now generally at least 93 years of age or older. Of the 16 million Americans who served, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs estimates only about 167,000 are still alive today. Susan?
Wow, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. What does it cost to attend the show?
It's actually very cheap. Tickets start at $32 for the 90-minute experience. You can also opt for a pre-performance 3-course dinner for $92, which includes 2 drinks, a ticket to the show, and a souvenir photo.
What was your favorite part?
The show is amazing. I've never seen anything like it at a museum, and I really highly recommend it.
All right, this is going to have to go on my dad's Christmas list this year, I think. We might have to make a trip. That was really interesting to see. Wendy,
it's great for all ages.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a great thing. Wendy, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You need to take your dad there.
I do. I would love to see it. The one question I didn't ask her is, I was surprised that the National World War II Museum is in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's there.
I wonder why.
Yeah. No, that's really neat.
Yeah. Well, comedian W.C. Fields once famously said, in show business, never work with kids or animals.
A reporter in Africa learned that the hard way. Oh, I love these bloopers. Jeannie Moe shows us how it holds true coming up after Gary's forecast.
Attention homeowners in Madison and South Central Wisconsin. Introducing an innovative flooring product so beautiful, so easy to clean, you'll have to see it to believe it. Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings can take your old, cracked, dusty concrete floor from ordinary to extraordinary in as little as 1 day. With endless styles and color combinations, you'll be floored by the end result. And ask about our garage storage systems for keeping your space organized. Now take advantage of our fall savings event. Receive 50% off installation of Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings. That's half off installation with payments as low as $59 per month. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Home Depot gift card with your free in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-888-8537. That's 608-888-8537.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
As falling leaves give way to snow, Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Take a look at this, a piece of history in Astoria, Oregon. The Goonies house is up for sale. The house where the 1985 film was made can be yours for $1.6 million. Over the years, the current owner spent a lot of time and money restoring the house. The iconic house on a hill with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a wraparound porch overlooking the Pacific Ocean was the home of character Mikey Walsh in Goonies. I never saw Goonies, but...
Oh, it's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, if you're health conscious, you may be in the habit of avoiding fast food, but this is a good excuse for a cheat day because today is National Fast Food Day. It's observed every year on November 16th.
My arteries are hardening watching this. I'm not a big fast food eater.
No, you're a very healthy eater. That's true. Yeah.
No, not too much. I'd have to say Arby's is probably my favorite if I had to eat.
A McDonald's breakfast on the road. You can't beat it.
That's good. Yeah, now you're going to start craving it.
All right. Enjoy the warmth.
Well, warmth right now?
Relative warmth.
Well, it's going to get colder. So we got cold airs. Temperatures coming this week, maybe record-breaking, but Thanksgiving actually doesn't look too bad right now, at least mild.
Travel looks good?
Overall, yeah.
Good.
So we'll break down that after the break.
Transform your garage into a beautiful extension of your home with Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings. Our cutting-edge concrete floor coating process provides a stunning showroom quality appearance.
It made the garage so much cleaner than what it was before.
It's amazing. Everything's clean.
Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings resist cracks, stains, oil, moisture, and chemical damage. Installed in as little as just 1 day. Plus, complete the transformation with a new garage storage system. Call now. It's our fall savings event. Receive 50% off installation of Renuity Advanced Floor Coatings with payments as low as $59 per month. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Home Depot gift card with in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-888-8537. That's 608-888-8537.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2023. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2023. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it won't be the state championships going on without being cold, and that's what's going to go on tomorrow, too. So they got games starting at 10 all the way to about 7 p.m. the last game. And it's going to be pretty much 20s. Snow showers probably in the afternoon more, but the one thing that will be different will be the winds will be picking up from 10 to 20 miles per hour. So breezy conditions, so bundle up if you're out there. Not much change really for Friday to speak of. Record colds, we talked about it, potentially coming Saturday, but more likely Sunday morning. Here's your temperatures, single digits. We could be down there. We could even have some sub-zero given the snowpack a little bit. But kind of a cool little thought, go back to 1959. There was 4 days this time when we had record lows, especially we hit -1 at one time. So we won't hit that many consecutive days, but we will get cold. We have a series of little clipper systems coming through. One's tomorrow, then another one's Saturday, and each is pulling down colder conditions all the way from northern Canada. So if this was January, we'd be talking about well sub-zero temperatures. Unfortunately, we are talking single digits because it's November. Then we're going to see a pattern change come after Sunday. Start seeing warmer air come basically from the southwest, and then we got a system that's going to be coming through Thanksgiving. The positive on this is it's going to be rain if we have precipitation for the most part, but we should be seeing more 40s by that time, so something to keep in mind. We'll see more showers tomorrow. We do have a cold front coming through tomorrow. We'll see showers then pick up as we get towards tomorrow afternoon. You can kind of see there right there in the afternoon. Breezy conditions. We'll see less of the snow come Friday, but still windy conditions, and then we have another front coming up to the north that'll come through Saturday, once again with breezy conditions too. So tonight, overall, a few showers here and there, but note the temperatures will go sub-freezing again. So road surfaces, any moisture will probably freeze, something to keep an eye on. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, cloudy conditions, 20 degrees, and then we have the showers pick up towards about late morning to around noon. They'll come through the Madison area afternoon. So we'll see shower activity, winds, gusty winds, so something to keep in mind. For the evening commute, once again, will be around 28, 29 degrees. So road surfaces, at least the ones that are well traveled, to be wet, but something that will come refreezing as we get towards tomorrow night. As we go into Friday, less of a chance for showers as we go on Friday. The winds will start picking right back up too. Here's an idea of winds we're seeing for tomorrow, 25 gusting to 30. So if we do get hit with one of those showers, you may see some brief reduction of visibilities too with the snow coming down. So something, like I said, tomorrow afternoon seems to be the peak of the activity. Then towards evening, it'll die back down. But these winds really are not going to really die down too much for the weekend, as we do have a series of fronts coming through to speak of. So speaking of 10-day, 7-day, you can see we're going to drop down to about 8 by the time we get to Sunday morning. That may be not low enough. If some areas may get close to 0, that could be a record depending on how cold we get. And then we do moderate, and you can see we get back up to the 40s by Wednesday, which is about where we should be. We do have rain in the picture for Thursday, but right now that system is coming up from the south, so if we get hit with it, won't be a lot, and the positive on it, it doesn't look to be that cold after the fact either with that.
Yeah, so no travel trouble.
As of right now, I would say no, especially Wednesday should be no trouble. There's just
all
going
people come to town for the high school football championship.
It's going to be cold.
So stay warm, folks.
It's going to be bundled, and it's going to be windy, too. So.
All right, Greg, thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, a baby elephant got more than her 15 minutes of fame by stealing the spotlight from a reporter.
Jeannie Mose reports.
Who isn't tickled pink when they see baby elephants? But this aspiring reporter was actually tickled
and disrupting the circle of life.
As he tried to shoot a stand-up for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
World, save our wild species and provide a home.
Posted one commenter, that elephant has a nose for news. Intern reporter Alvin Kaunda told Ghetto Radio he had done 10 takes trying to nail his stand-up when the elephant's trunk nailed him. I just felt the ticklish trunk, but tried to keep my cool. The elephant is an orphan named Kindani living at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust in Kenya. A keeper described her as one of the cleverest elephants he's ever met. Alvin learned a lesson I learned early on at my first job in TV.
Like my friend here.
Animals steal the show, be it pig or hippo.
He seems to like to be mocked. Okay, just kidding.
Instead of almost getting chomped, Alvin got trunked, and the pachyderm seemed to have an eye for the camera. All that exploring must have left the elephant wondering, what a tiny trunk you have, human. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
I love the giggle.
And I admire how far he got through it before the elephant finally got the better of him. Oh, that's so cute.
It is cute. Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, we'll help you out in avoiding those pesky pickleball injuries.
And then coming up next hour at 5, we dig deeper into the firing of a principal at a Madison middle school. Our Tahalil Moeddin tells us more coming up at 5.
Go farther with personal checking choices. At Starion Bank, you make the decisions. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
They can't get over the garage. It's no other word for it. It's always a wow factor. There's no other word for it.
Your garage will be the talk of the neighborhood with Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings, the long-lasting layer of protection that brings your concrete floors to life. Easy to clean and low maintenance, backed with a lifetime guarantee and our product and labor warranty. We install in as little as 1 day. And ask about our garage storage systems. Visit online at renewitycoatings.com and call now. It's our fall savings event. Receive 50% off installation of Renewity Advanced Floor Coatings with payments as low as $59 per month. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Home Depot gift card with your in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-888-8537. That's 608-888-8537.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting you as no other mattress can. Right now, you can save up to $500 and get $300 Steinhoffels cash on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. With Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing, your mattress just got more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Go farther with personal checking choices at Starion Bank. Like Smart Checking, it's free when you choose e-statements. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
New at 5, Wisconsin's elderly face a growing concern as RSV cases surge. News 3 Now looks at the impact of the upcoming holiday season.
Temperatures will be colder tomorrow, and it'll be unseasonably cold from Friday through the weekend. We'll see some snow showers tomorrow, just a few flurries Friday and Saturday. I'll let you know how cold it'll be this weekend at 5.
And ahead at 6, an inappropriate voicemail leads to the termination of a local principal. We dive further into the comments recorded on that call. That's tonight at 6. Giving the weather satellite a spin. Look at this. Denver, Colorado. It looks nice, but it's only 41 degrees.
Beautiful day there, though. Nice and sunny. See the mountains in the background?
Yep.
Love it.
Well, pickleball is now the fastest growing sport in the U.S. with more than 5 million players across the country.
But as more people pick up paddles, doctors are seeing a surge in pickleball-related injuries. Dr. Dennis Cardone with NYU Langone Health says he's seeing more pickleball players turn up with all kinds of injuries. Most players, or at least many players, are retirees who can be more susceptible to injury. He says those new to the game need to prepare before stepping on the court.
The main things to do are a good stretching and strengthening program. It's also important to start gradually. A slow progression, it can really make a difference in preventing injuries.
USA Pickleball says more than half of core pickleball players are 55 or older, but the average age for all players has dropped to 38. And the games can get intense, too. They can be really intense.
I've never tried it.
Oh, it's so much fun. You'd love it.
Well, tomorrow night, pickleball is getting its own all-star celebrity tournament.
That's right. Stephen Colbert and Funny or Die have teamed up for Pickled, a new sports comedy special that will also raise money to support Comic Relief's safety programs.
We have an inside look at all the action and the teams fighting it out for the coveted Colbert Cup. Check it out.
It's okay. You got this. Funny or Die called us and said, hey, would you guys want to partner to do a charity pickleball tournament with celebrities? And I said, yeah, let's do it.
Pickleball is life. If you have not played pickleball yet, pickleball is life.
We have been training our entire lives for this competition. We didn't even know the competition was happening.
But we were still getting ready for it.
For our whole lives.
Yes.
We're going to get some really smoking pickleball out of these guys.
I automatically thought, oh, wow, pickle eating competition. I can do that. Now they're calling it pickleball. The pickleball. What's pickleball?
If I were to explain pickleball, it would require me having asked somebody. 100% feels like you're making it up as you go along, but you're not. There are rules.
It looks like tennis is happening, but it's not.
You're a little closer to your opponents. I like to see the fire in their eyes. I like them to see the fire in my eyes.
It's like giant ping pong. We're very tall, so we're going to win.
We've got a professional attitude with sort of amateur skills.
Partner's got it going on.
Everybody remembers Comic Relief from the 1990s when Whoopi and Robin and Billy did those specials.
The work that they're doing is really substantial and worthwhile.
Pretty cool thing to combine pickleball with a serious issue like homelessness and families.
When you think about people coming together for a good cause and having fun in doing so, it makes it that much more of a celebration.
Unbelievable people out there, big stars that I didn't expect, because I don't expect attractive people to be able to do other things.
For our opponents, you're in trouble.
Come at me now.
Yes, that's what happens. People stop being nice.
Yeah, we're going to win this, although we don't know what it is.
Fastest growing sport in America. Plus, you get to see all these stars in moments of victory and moments of humiliation. Oh, you'll feel better about yourself.
Don't miss the 2-hour sports comedy special, Pickled. It's tomorrow. 8 o'clock, right here on CBS and News 3 Now, available to stream live and on demand on Paramount+.
Well, there you go. I'm going to start a newsroom tournament, and we'll vie for the Kane Cup.
My niece can't.
You're playing.
I got to start coming up with excuses. All right, we'll try it.
Yeah, okay.
The world held its breath as the bomb kills 2 people in Poland, a NATO country.
Who was responsible for dropping that bomb, and what implications does this have for the rest of the world? We'll talk with UW-Madison political scientist Yoshiko Herrera when Live at 4 continues.
Hi
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.98. Avocados, only 48 cents each. And Hy-Vee chili style beans, only 29 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
Let's face it, your garage is probably one of the dirtiest spaces in your home. From concrete dust and stains to cracks in the floor, it can be quite unappealing. That's where Renuity Advanced Floor Coatings can help. We can transform your garage from a storage room into your favorite room with our durable weatherproof concrete coatings. With several floor and flake colors available, and it's perfect for patios, decks, and pool areas too. Easy to clean and backed with a lifetime guarantee. Call during our fall savings event. You'll save with 50% off installation and payments as low as $59 per month. Senior and military discounts. Plus, ask about garage storage systems for easy organization. And it's your last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Home Depot gift card with your free in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-888-8537. That's 608-888-8537.
Experience does count. When you're shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts at McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo. Our experienced staff is well-trained in home decorating and will answer all your questions so you can buy with confidence. You'll find big city selection and an enjoyable shopping experience. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Come see the difference experience can make at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Right now, score the lowest prices of the year at Brothers Maine. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Maine's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.99% financing or $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, unlock your code to claim an additional $500 Chevy Cybercash. Visit ChevyCybercash.com today.
Introducing Sass, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.98. Hamburger, chicken, or tuna helper, only 99 cents. Simply Done bath tissue or paper towels, only $2.99. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
The night is filled with festive lights and sounds as Christmas at Kew returns for a 10th year. More than 1 million lights are illuminating the UNESCO World Heritage Site in Richmond, London, as the British capital kickstarts the Christmas period. This is the biggest show to date with 44 fountains and flames. In addition to the 1 million LEDs, there are 22 installations all on this year's trail. The Christmas at Kew opened to the public today. It runs through January 6th. Spectacular. The international community is now in agreement.
A missile that landed in Poland yesterday, killing 2 people, was most likely a stray rocket fired by Ukraine.
Poland is a NATO country, which means a deliberate attack would require a response. Lots to discuss today with Yoshiko Herrera. She is the professor of political science at UW-Madison and an expert on Ukraine. Good to see you again.
Hi, Yoshiko. Good to see you.
Likewise, thanks.
So what was your reaction when you heard this news?
Well, my initial reaction was that it's potentially very serious, but we needed to wait to find out what actually happened, because it would have been very escalatory if it had been a missile from Russia. But it looks like not the worst case scenario in Russia attempting to escalate with NATO, but more of an accident. But still, nonetheless, most people agree it's still Russia's fault because they had fired almost 100 missiles into Ukraine the other day.
Why would it potentially be such a serious situation?
Well, Poland is a NATO member, and NATO is a security alliance, a military alliance where we have a commitment to protect each other. And so an attack by Russia, a direct attack by Russia on Poland or any other NATO country would be considered an attack on NATO, including the United States as part of that military alliance. And that would necessitate many people cite Article 5, a commitment to respond as if it were an attack on all other NATO countries. So it potentially could have drawn the U.S. and other NATO countries into some sort of response if it had been a direct attack by Russia on NATO.
So how close did we get to, say, having World War III?
Well, I think something that is promising is that it seemed to me that the leadership of NATO, as well as leadership of the NATO countries, including the United States, reacted calmly to the news and called for investigations and a specific investigation into what exactly happened. So I think that it's reassuring to see that there wasn't a knee-jerk reaction by NATO or NATO countries to immediately respond, but rather a reaction to investigate what happened.
It has now been 8 months since the Russian invasion in Ukraine, and Ukraine has had some successes recently, causing Russia to pull back in places like Kherson and some of the southern regions. What is the status of the war right now?
Well, the status is that Ukraine has slowly but surely made progress in pushing Russian forces further and further east out of Ukraine. So Russia still occupies the areas of Donetsk and Luhansk and part of Zaporizhia and part of Kherson Oblast. But this loss of the city of Kharkiv, which is a large city, and the city of Kherson is a major victory for the Ukrainians, especially because Russia had declared Kherson a part of Russia. So I think the initial victories of pushing the Russians out of Kiev was, vitally important. But these victories in the east also show that the Ukrainian strategy of methodically attacking Russian supply lines and logistics and moving further and further east is working.
Gains on the ground, and Russia responds with missile attacks.
Yes, and not just missile attacks to the area of fighting in the east, but these are attacks on civilians and civilian infrastructure throughout Ukraine. So this is a kind of desperate strategy that is absolutely doomed to fail in terms of what they're trying to do is weaken Ukrainian resolve. So the Russian side thinks that by bombing electricity facilities and heating facilities and putting Ukrainians in the dark and the cold is going to change their mind, but it actually has had the opposite effect in terms of strengthening not only Ukrainian resolve, but if you look at the response to this incident yesterday in Poland, you see a very unified response from the U.S. and European leaders and NATO leadership about the need to continue to support Ukraine.
It was a tragedy, but cooler heads prevailed, thankfully. Yoshiko, thanks for being with us again. Great to see you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Yoshiko. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
And we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
It's your last chance to save on big projects. Hurry into Menards for the last 11% off in 2022. Get 11% off easy flooring updates for your home. Find your style and save 11% on Patriot lighting. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Or go even bigger and get 11% off on a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save during Menards' last 11% off in 2022.
Save big money at Menards.
In a recent clinical study,
Patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
An official message from Medicare.
Often, things look the same. Exactly the same. Until you take a closer look. At Medicare.gov, you can easily compare Medicare plans and see the real difference. Find a plan that offers you more or saves money. Wouldn't that be nice? Plans change every year, soaking your health. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. And check out the Summit Firm for only $279.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
RSV is on the rise in Wisconsin. We examine how it's surging in the elderly population. And that News 3 now holds 3 of Madison's finest accountable after being arrested last weekend. We share the details of those cases. That's coming up at 5.
He found his baby's name at a shuffleboard court in Ohio.
We heard somebody yell out Merrill.
And a bond was born. 11 years later, Mark Cain delivers the plot twist CBS journalist Steve Hartman never expected. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Periods of showers, snow showers, flurries through Saturday. Otherwise, record cold temperatures potentially this weekend. Windy conditions through the weekend as well.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. Brave the desert before you find the oasis. Conquer the mountain to see how far your dreams can take you. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
Touching the stars.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare with a 0 or low plan premium. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. WellCare provides access to essential benefits that go beyond original Medicare, such as dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage with free home delivery, free over-the-counter healthcare items, free groceries with a healthy food card, free gym membership, and home-delivered meals. Plus, extra benefits like more access to care with free transportation and WellCare's telehealth services, including online doctor visits. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be perfect for you. Call 1-844-682-9370. Now, that's 1-844-682-9370. WellCare, Medicare done well.
In today's Final Touch, some catches from the deep reveal a whole new set of fish.
And some of them are a bit unusual. A team of scientists have discovered several bizarre, new and never-before-seen deep sea creatures at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. An Australian research team using 3D scanning technology to map the rarely studied region of the Cocos Islands, which yielded several otherworldly specimens like this bizarre batfish and a previously unknown species of blind eel. Ew. The team called the expedition a voyage of discovery. It sure was. Enjoy your fish. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. See you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.